House Party Uncut. These are our raw, uncut, unedited interviews from the Open House Party radio show. My name is Kannon, and today, Malcolm Goodwin from Reacher. I'm really excited. We've kind of grown and expanded past just musical artists, and now we're doing actors and actresses and different styles of interviews. We're growing, and we would love it if you would grow with us. Click that subscribe button, and that'll mean that you're entered to win a virtual meet and greet. If you're new, we do virtual meet and greets with your favorite artists, actresses, actors, musical artists. All you have to do is click subscribe to be entered to win the next virtual meet and greet that we do. Today from Reacher, you remember the Reacher books, and then Tom Cruise was in Reacher, and now there's a new series on Amazon, Reacher, and it's Malcolm Goodwin. Follow me on social at Kannon Radio. That's Kannon spelled with a K, Kannon Radio. I'd appreciate that. I never plug my own social. I did it this time. I am that guy this time. It's Malcolm Goodwin on OHP Uncut.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.
Malcolm, what's good, man? How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I feel like we've got the most janky operation here. I'm like trying to make it work, and the internet's crashing, and you're going, what the hell? And I'm wearing a t-shirt, not what I'm supposed to be wearing.
Hey, you're making it happen, man. Okay,
we're normally much better than this.
It's all good.
Where are you today, man? Where are you chilling?
Yeah, I'm in Waco, Texas right now.
In Waco, what are you doing there?
Made some investments here. I had family in Dallas, so we got familiar with Waco. We was also big fans of Chip and Joanna Gaines' Fixer Upper. So
okay.
My wife and I have been visiting over the years, and over the pandemic, we decided to make some investments here, and we have a home here now.
Well, very nice. Congratulations on that. Is that the only home you own, or do you have one in New York? Or
I have one in home is LA. Home is LA. Uh-huh. So we're going. I don't know what it's called when you're bouncing from Texas to LA, Texas to LA. I don't know what that's called, but we're from Texas to LA back and forth.
You got that on your Instagram, so you're super official. Does it say like TX and a little plane and then LA or anything like that? Because if you don't do that, I'm not even sure it counts.
Dude, I should do it. I'll do it after this call. I'll do it right after that. Wait, we're mid-coastal? What are we? It's not bi-coastal. What is it? I don't know. But I'll do that. You're very welcome for that tip. Are you filming as well, or is the filming done for Reacher? Oh, filming's all done. Yeah, we came out for February 4th was the release date, and it's done. The show just done so well. Like all the attention and love from it. It's just like it's been unreal. It's been amazing. Yo, it's my dad's favorite show. If that matters, which is good. My dad is older and he doesn't have anything to do but sit around and watch TV. And he says that is the best show on television. My dad's also from Texas. That's awesome. That is a show you got to see now. How much fun was it to film that? Tell me about how you got the role. Yeah, I auditioned for it. I worked with Nick Santoro before. We worked on a few things. Breakout Kings. He put me in my first TV show in 2011 called Breakout Kings. We did that for 2 years. Actually, the first movie, a movie that I did called The Long Shot, so Ice Cube and Keke Palmer, he had wrote that script. And we didn't know each other back then, but we met on Breakout Kings, stayed friends, and then this opportunity came up. I auditioned, got the part, drive to Toronto with my wife, my son, and we're filming out there with Alan, Willa, and the rest of the gang for 5-6 months. Famous for Reacher is his height. I think he's like 6'4" or something in the books. Is the actor also very tall? Yeah, Alan's a big dude. Alan's 6'3", 6'4", yeah. So we went in audition. What is the audition process like? Is it like super intimidating, or was there a lot of stringing you along? You didn't know if you had the role, or was it something you felt like you had immediately? Well, dude, I tell you what, man, it was the first Zoom auditions. I mean, you got a bunch of windows, producers, casting, and everybody's on the screen. And my business partner, he's there. He has to hold I was at his house doing the test, and I found out about it like the day before. So there's not really a setup in his place for an audition or whatever. So you got to pull some things together, and then he has to hold the computer in a certain way, to be angled a certain. So he's holding it throughout the entire testing, and his hands are shaking while holding the computer. And yeah, you just get a bunch of notes in terms of, try it this way, try it that way. The director's there too. So just to kind of feel that creative vibe. And then literally, I think the next day, I found out I got it.
Oh, so there was no string in your lawn. That's perfect. You almost had it before you even auditioned. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, it was great. Now, did not have to wait. It wasn't great. It was great to not have to wait like a week, because sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you do have to sit there like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna work out or not. But it worked out. Literally 24 hours later, I found out.
Have you had a particularly grueling audition process where you were kind of like, oh my God, I don't know if I got this?
You know what? My first like big movie was American Gangster. And I'm telling you, it was just like, I felt like I sent the tape in, and sending the tape in was a crazy process because I was in LA. I just moved to LA, but they're casting out of New York. I'm like, man, I just left New York to work in LA. Now this audition is in New York, so I had to do a tape. And before it was you had to send a DVD. You had to put it on a DVD. So I got to call one of my boys in New York, like, hey man, you know how to burn a DVD? He goes, you could burn DVDs? I'm like, yeah. You can burn DVDs. So this is back at what, 2006, when it's still a newer kind of thing. And long story short, my boy Jay Moore and James Holloway, they kind of got together, delivered it to my manager, and then it was like, all right, you're 1 out of 70. 1 of 50, 1 of 30, you're 1 of, and it kept dueling it down to like, all right, now you're 1 of, 1 of 3. And then I eventually found out I got it. And that was a 2-month process. That whole entire process of landing that role was about 2 months.
Was that more grueling than the interview process or being the audition process or being in an LMFAO video? Just curious.
And man, that was nepotism. Those are my boys. My boy directed the video, and one of my boys was. They just gave me a phone call. Was like, "Hey man, you want to make a cameo in this music video?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Yes, damn right.
Yeah. So I never heard the song. I showed up, and what do you want me to do? Yeah, just kind of do some improv thing, whatever. Like this, like he's dancing, kind of zombies. All right, cool. Do some improv. It will get on your bones. I just said whatever came to mind. And then I went home after an hour and a half. And then 2 months later, it's the biggest music video on the planet. Crazy. So you had never heard of those guys, Red Foo and Sky Blue, before you went in there? No, I never heard the song that they were Party Rock Anthem. I knew Shots, I knew that. But I never heard that. I never heard the song, so, but they were super cool. Everybody was, it was crazy. So I just kind of showed up. They said, wear a suit. And I didn't have a suit because I was traveling. So my little brother, I'm in his, if you look in that video, you can see my ankles at super ashy because the pants are tight. I didn't have any lotion. And I'm like busting out this shirt because it belonged to my brother. That's gone on to be like an iconic song and video, though, man. Like if they never had another song, they could probably live the rest of their life on that one song because it's done so well. Yeah, it was like the first. It was like on YouTube, the first video out of the first 10 they get 1 billion views or something like that, whatever that stat is. Yeah, first to reach that 1 billion view mark. But yeah, I cannot believe it. It was one of the best favors I've ever done. Jeez. Now, why did they think that you would be a good fit for that? I don't know. I think, I think, you know what? They needed somebody who can just get on the phone and come through right away. I just did Breakout Kings. So I flew in from Toronto from doing Breakout Kings season 1. When I landed I think around 10, 11 at night. And then that morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I was doing the music video. So I think it was like, you got the show coming out, Breakout Kings. It looks like it's going to be a big thing. You can do this music video so we can all help each other. And plus, we're all friends. Is there any kind of role that you would be intimidated by, maybe at first, the idea of it? Yeah, I think I'm always it is intimidating playing some historical figures. I think I've done it, but it is intimidating going into it because the pressure to really get it right and make sure that you do their legacy proud, and especially if families around just want to do it justice. So historical roles tend to work a lot harder. Just go in, black. Yeah. How do you get ready for a role like the one in Reacher? Well, I had to lose 30 pounds because I had some daddy weight, and there was new daddy, and I had a pandemic weight. So while Alan Richardson had to put on 30 pounds of muscle, I had to lose 30 pounds to fit in that tweed suit and that. I'm telling you, by the time, So, and I couldn't work out, because there's a joke in the last episode where Reacher tells Finlay, "Hey man, you look like you look kind of buff," and Finlay's like, "Really?" He goes, "No." So for that joke to play, there had to be no muscle on these arms. So that's the longest period of time. Yeah, so I didn't work out. I couldn't work out anything, but I had to lose all that pandemic weight. I think I went from 185 to 165 or something like that.
Man, the daddy weight is real. Let me tell you,
it's real, man. It's real.
How much did you end up gaining? Because I did legit gain like 20 pounds.
Yeah, I think I gained 30.
How's the baby now?
He's 2 years old. He's the light of my life, man. It's been.
So I've got a 2-year-old as well. Terrible twos. Do you think that's a real thing?
We say terrible tutus. When he was 22 months, that's when it was crazy. And so now he's 24, 25 months. He's kind of chilled out. At 22 months, though, he was off the chain.
Do you ever give them like a tablet and they go off into YouTube land and they land on some videos where you're like, where the hell did they even find this? What corner of the internet did that come from? Obviously, you're thinking you need to be a better parent, Kannon. That's one of the things that needs to happen. And you're right about that. But sometimes I like to eat dinner, and so these things happen. So watch the video. I was talking to someone a little while back about one called Blippi. Have you seen Blippi?
Yeah, Blippi. Yeah, he watched that all day. Oh, yeah, I know it. I know it, yeah.
Can you move like him? It's got some interesting movement going on there, Blippi. Yeah. I don't know if you know that.
That's a character that would be hard for me to play. Blippi. Yeah. Props to that guy. I mean, man, I'm like, he must be exhausted because he goes in. So, Blippi, that's my answer for that other question.
I don't even know how mine found it. All of a sudden, one day, she was just watching this creepy dude dance around and teach her colors. And I'm like, well, I mean, okay, it doesn't, okay, I mean, we had Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. No one told me I couldn't watch Pee Wee Herman when I was a kid.
That's right. Like Apollo, my son named Apollo, he found it too. We didn't introduce it to him. But I mean, I'm talking about the power, he's 2 years old and able to work the iPad, the Fire tablet, the iPhone, and if a call come in, he just swipes up like, stop, you're disturbing me and Blippi or me and Cocomelon. A ring alert comes on, he just swipes it up. A phone call, he just swipes it away. And at 2 years old, it's crazy.
I can feel other parents judging me, like in a restaurant. I can feel the judgment. Like, how dare you, stick a laptop in their face. And it's like, I like to get through an entire meal sometimes where I actually taste the food and ask for a second glass of wine every now and then.
Right.
Give me a damn break, man.
Right.
Before we go, we do 5 questions at the end. These are real quick 5 questions. And whatever the first answer is, that's the answer. Let it fly out of your mouth with no regard. Okay. All right? Number 1, what's the first app you go to in the morning?
YouTube.
Most people say, well, these days it's TikTok. Do you have TikTok?
Yeah, but I don't use it. I put one video up, like, I don't know, when Reacher came up, everybody's like, get a TikTok account. So I did put a video up. I'm not really good with the social media. I'm not really active. Like, I'm trying to get better. But YouTube for sports. I watch all the sports highlights on YouTube. Like I see.
Do you even have a Twitter?
I do have a Twitter, yeah.
I feel like people are super extra mean on Twitter. They'll say anything on Twitter. That's the one where I'm like, okay, don't get worked up, man. Like, what's your go-to favorite fast food item?
Whopper.
Yes.
Burger King.
I like the Whopper, Big Mac.
That's how I like the Whopper, man. I like the Whopper with no tomatoes and onions. Have it my way.
If you could spend one night with any fictional character, who would it be and why?
Oh, you said first thing. I don't know why I thought Chun-Li. Chun-Li came into my mind for some reason.
Because that's the answer.
Chun-Li from Street Fighter. That is so random, dude. Chun-Li came to my mind. Yeah, I was a big gamer back in the day, and Street Fighter was my game. So, and Chun-Li is who I will fight with and play as, and we'll just, it has some great runs.
What was Chun-Li's move?
She had the upside down helicopter wheel kick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She had the foot stomp, and she also has the knee where she can get to the behind you and knee you in your back. And if you didn't know how to defend that, I would do it every single time. And everybody like, yo, you're cheesing. That's a cheese. Yeah. Block it. Stop it. You're cheesing. And I'll keep on doing it until you stop it.
Malcolm, what's your dream role? If you could just play any character or real or not real, dream role for you.
In the moment right now, I think it will be Joe Frazier. I think there's something about, I had auditioned for that role years ago. I think Ang Lee was going to do, it was like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. And I didn't think I had that performance in me. But then working on it and learning of his story, holy crap, it just, I don't know, it just fit, it worked. And I started boxing hardcore in preparation for that role. And that movie ended up not going, but I still stuck with the boxing, and I still stick with that character in my back pocket, to work on it, if a Joe Frazier movie is ever made.
That's a really good story, man.
Yeah.
That's a very good story. Final question. What is the last song you turned up really loud?
Oh my goodness. I think it was a Kelly Clarkson song. What was it?
I was hoping it'd be an answer like that.
I think it was Because of You by Kelly Clarkson, dude.
The saddest Kelly Clarkson song of all time.
Yeah. I have no idea. It came on, and when you're driving, it came on real low. And I'm like, no, need to crank this thing up. I love the song. I love the music video. It's like, actors sometimes you have an emotional scene, you listen to a song. If you were to listen to my headphones, it will be Because of You before an emotional scene. It gets me. I love it.
Do you like to cry? Is that what it is every now and then? If you're going to make yourself cry, is that what you do?
When I do it. So, yeah, sure. Why not?
That's sad, man. All right, Malcolm, thank you. I want you to know, Reacher's great. Your character's great in it. It's my dad's favorite show. It's on Amazon. And if my dad likes it, that's a glowing endorsement right there. Thank you very much for your time, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.